Buhari himself has never hidden the fact that he's related to Niger Republic and that he has relatives over there. And people have in recent times said a lot about that, about Buhari's relationship with the Niger Republic. But how does that work? As a president of Nigeria with ties in Niger Republic, where does his allegiance lies? Because right now I'm thinking it's in Niger Republic. Obviously, it's not in Nigeria. Considering the fact that it donated a whooping 1.4 billion naira, 1.4 billion naira worth of SUVs to Niger Republic, claiming that it is for them to use in securing the border. Like a lot has gone down. People have said a lot. Many people, and especially myself, I think if he had actually given them innocent vehicles, innocent made in Nigeria vehicles, people would have been happy that, okay, maybe that would have helped to strengthen Naira a little bit instead of taking that whooping 1.4 billion naira to China to purchase SUVs. Before we go out the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like, what are you doing? You're not subscribed to Newsroom Media at this point. Ha, hey, good. Are we friends? Are we even friends at all? Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We are growing daily and we need you. We need you. Join us. Join this amazing community we have here. Don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up. Most importantly, turn on the post notification so that you can get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. There are indeed few Nigerian leaders who can reckon with President Muhammadu Buhari's adventures in foreign diplomacy, for good or for bad. As military head of state and subsequently a twice elected civilian president, Buhari's passions and poses outside Nigeria have left lasting legacies. He unwittingly started shaping himself in that arena in the late 70s after General Olusegun Obasanjo appointed him as the Federal Commissioner for Petroleum, a position that opened him to the diplomatic circuit of the international oil trade. However, he effectively stamped his name in international reckoning when a military ruler in 1984 he authorized what could be considered as about the most daring engagement by Nigerian spies abroad. That was the attempted kidnap of his loquacious critic, Alhaji Umaru Diko, from the streets of London. It was an audacious kidnap attempt of a man who had at that time taken to international radio and other channels to mock Buhari. Diko was rescued after he had been packaged in a crate set for delivery to Lagos because his secretary happened to have looked out at the window at about the same time he was seized. 29 years after, on his return to power as civilian president, Buhari was better prepared against another loquacious London-based critic, Nnamdi Kanu. Just as Diko slipped from soldiers after Buhari came to power, Kanu had mysteriously fled from Nigeria when Buhari's soldiers arrived for him in his Imo State base, only to resurface in London. He had, just like the late politician, also used his base from London to wage ferocious attacks on Buhari. He mocked the persona of the president as a ghost and invented what many considered as the ludicrous myth of a double from Sudan as Nigerian's president. Now better prepared, Buhari was able to give Nnamdi Kanu the Umaru Diko treatment in 2021, ferrying a mystical critic into custody at the DSS headquarters in Abuja from Nairobi, Kenya. Besides his legacy on Diko and Nnamdi Kanu, Buhari's foreign adventures have also enriched our vocabulary and romantic syntax with an understanding of the use of, in quotes, the other room. It was a phrase that he expressed during a press conference with former German Chancellor Angela Merkel. For a man who is not given to much words, taciturn as we hailed him in the past, Buhari's activities outside Nigeria have not been much evaluated, either for the positives or the negatives. He may have now excelled to the position of the most traveled Nigerian president, keeping regular attendance at inaugurations, burials, seminars, and delivering speeches on security across the globe. When we have insecurity issues in Nigeria, what has lately brought home the perception on Buhari's adventurism abroad is the disbursement of 1.14 billion for 10 state-of-art cars to the government of Niger Republic. Understandably, many have gone up in arms against the action of the president, pigeonholing the approval to Crimson for his foreign Fulani kinsmen across the border. The umbrage had come against the assertions of the Nigerians' bad economic position and the dire straits of the populace at home. However, many overlook the fact that what Buhari has done may have been in the country's best interest, to wit, to keep brotherly relations with a neighbor. It is a fact not publicly stated that before Buhari, that many of our immediate and remote physical neighbors have depended on Nigeria for bailouts in one form or the other. Our official aircraft are used to carry the foreign leaders to some of their foreign destinations. Indeed, it is possible that President Buhari went back on his campaign promise to reduce the presidential air fleet for the purpose of sustaining this particular patronage. So President Buhari's gesture to Niger could be considered in that likewise. After all, Niger has a border of 1,608 kilometers with Nigeria. However, that is where the defense of President Buhari stops. Many are saying that for President Buhari, his hospitality seemed to start from abroad, and there are many examples that push that narrative, including interfacing with ordinary Nigerians only abroad. On the donation of the vehicles, if it were a matter of foreign policy necessity, the president could have caused Nigeria branded vehicles to be sent to Niger. If he had looked within, he could have gotten the cars at a cheaper rate and removed the import and flight duties and other costs which will bluster the economy of Japan while further sinking the Nigerian economy. Even more, many question the amount executed in purchasing the vehicles as laced with corruption and wonder how the president could have approved such figures. Even more, many also question the preoccupation of the president with everything Niger Republic, the source of such grief in the land. It is now being alleged that the billions of untraced ransom payments for kidnapped victims are now being used to develop Niger Republic. In an interview session, the president was quoted as saying that he indeed may have relatives across the border. One of the most controversial acts many have attributed to Buhari as military leader was the report that he, in 1985, voted for Niger Republic's Idi Omaro to be Secretary General of the defunct Organization of African Unity, OAU, against the Nigerian-born Peter Ono, who was then the acting scribe. These are stoic actions of a man of strong convictions and beliefs, but whether Buhari's beliefs and actions advance the interests of Nigeria or Niger Republic are indiscernible to many. Not even his hardworking spokesman can say where his priority lies, because action speaks louder than words. Indeed, for a man who could strike at Nigerian critics in London and Nairobi, the wonder is why he is restrained against foreign and local terrorists hibernating across the Aso Rock fence in Abuja. That is a very deep question. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.